Welcome back. You're watching Rise with India, and now time for a consumer-centric story. In this segment, we take you through the latest consumer trends, and in one of the latest trends, Indians are splurging on shoes that cost as much as a bike or a vacation, Ankit. I can't just believe this. Well, yes, the market for high-end shoes ranging from 50,000 to over 1,20,000 is booming. To get you more on this, we have Asta.
Why are Indians splurging on the shoes that cost as much as a bike or a vacation? Yes, you heard it right. The market for the high-end shoes ranging from 50,000 to over 1,20,000 is booming. Customers aren't just buying these shoes to wear. They're often collected for their trendiness and uniqueness in their collection. Customization is the latest trend, with many opting for personalized designs to stand out. And it's not just the young folks. Even those over 40 are diving into these fashionable splurges. Leather footwear remains the top choice, followed by athletic shoes and sneakers. These shoes aren't just for the formal occasions or sports either. Indian brides are now pairing their matching luxury footwear costing over 1 lakh with their traditional lehengas. India's luxury shoe market is kicking up a storm. Customizing your own shoes, isn't it interesting? Ranging starting from 35,000 and going up to 1 lakh and even more. The market value of the luxury shoe brand is $741 million, and it is expected to go more than $2,000 million by 2033. Isn't it shocking?
In the last 2-3 years, the kind of transformation that has happened in the luxury footwear segment, the expanding high-income people, which is driving this growth towards not only for sports but also for athleisure segment. And not only us, but all the sports brand or all the fashion brands are witnessing this change towards more premiumization. These youngsters are adopting more on the digital side. They love to shop online. It doesn't matter whether they are buying a 20,000 rupees shoe. They don't mind buying it online. They don't want to go to the store and try that shoe, and they are ready to pay this 20,000 rupees. India, of course, has diversified towards the more premiumization in the last 2-3 years.
The luxury footwear market in India is experiencing growth. Major players in the market are Nike, Puma, Asics, Adidas, Woodland Worldwide, and more. The factors driving the growth are expansion of flagship stores in major cities, increased accessibility to luxury footwear brands. Digital transformation is also pivotal, with luxury footwear brands leveraging e-commerce platforms to reach a wider audience, especially in the Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, capitalizing on the rising demand of online shopping for luxury goods. The big brands are also now planning expansion in India. For instance, Italian brand Santuni plans to expand its presence in India with 2 new luxury boutiques in Mumbai and Hyderabad by 2026. Apart from Puma and Nike have partnerships with BMW, Ferrari and Mercedes, making the product more niche. Louis Philippe, a flagship brand under Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited, has recently unveiled a new range of luxury sneakers. While some of the luxury shoe brands are listing themselves on the exchanges, globally speaking, US still tops the list in the luxury shoe brand. But in 2023, India saw a significant rise in the luxury shoe brand stores, and I think it will increase by time. We don't know whether shoes are the basic amenities for the people or investments. In Mumbai, this is Asta Chopra for ET Now.
And well, it is that time of the show where we introduce you to our RWI champion. This week's champion is a very special guest who has given Indian women from low-income groups the dignity by making it possible for them to afford sanitary pads and provide them income at the same time.
Popularly known as the menstrual man or Padman of India, Arunachalam Muruganantham has revolutionized the way in which women in rural India use sanitary napkins at affordable price points. After a massive struggle in his personal and social life, and after 12 long years, he created world's low-cost, small-scale sanitary making machine.
In 2006, he founded the Jayashree Industries, serving dual goals of promoting cost-effective female hygiene and job creation for poor rural women. In 2014, he was included in the Time magazine's list of 100 most influential people in the world, and in 2016, he was awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India.
And now we have the man himself, who's popularly known as Padman. Thank you so much, Mr. Muruganantham, for joining us in a country where even speaking about menstruation is a taboo, let alone the education. You started out an uncharted path to spread awareness about the subject. It was uncanny at that time because a man talking about this was really surprising. What challenges you had to go through? I'm sure a lot of bullying also you have gone through. Please tell us, take us through that.
Almost a quarter century ago, I started it. On those days, you can't speak even with your wife. The menstruation is the biggest taboo. I don't know for how many centuries. It's not a matter of a decade. It is century's matter. So this is what I saw my wife using a rag cloth. I tried to help my wife, but even the wife is not agreed to cooperate for the research of making a low affordable pad. So then I tried my pad with medical college girls. The girls also discouraged, they don't want to speak with the unknown person about their personal. It forced me to wear a sanitary napkin on my underwear. So these are all never happened in Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata. It has happened in a small Orthodox village in nearby Coimbatore. That makes me a biggest trouble because there is a blood stain on my dhoti. Then I'm doing a very secret research. I'm dealing with girls. That makes that village people suspected. They thought I am becoming a bad demon inside my body. I am becoming a vampire in the evening, drinking girls' blood. That's why they want to chase out from the village, or they want to take out the demon from my body by hanging myself upside down in a holy tree. So these are the things. But one side, the uneducated people did like this. Even educated people also having a lot of dilemma. These that they don't want to speak it. But mainly, everyone thought it is a personal matter. Everyone they will use the proper menstrual hygiene method. But in my view, I saw on the 2 3 years research from 1998 to 2000, not even 10% women are using that correct menstrual method of maintaining hygiene. That's why I very sure I said in India, not even 10% women are using sanitary pad. Remaining 99%, 90% or 99%, they are using unhygiene method. So these are all I'm having a biggest trouble to even to convince that educated people that took almost 11 years from the day one. So now even we are doing an interview on women menstruation. Many magazines they are coming out a full special book on menstrual issue like that. Now even the Western countries they are following us. Now people are in Britain, in Scotland, France, US, everybody they are talking about women personal hygiene, period poverty. They are giving a lot of name. So everything I started from my wife in a small village. Now it is gone global. I'm really happy. I did it.
Right, Mr. Muruganantham, you really have made an impact globally, but as you mentioned, the statistics and how women use cloth, rags and ash during menstruation, in fact, 1 out of 5 girls in India drop out of school due to lack of menstrual education and access to sanitary products. Now, do you think we are still very far in our journey to achieving menstrual hygiene for all?
I really am thankful to your channel. This right time we are talking about this menstrual issue again because we worked from 2000. Then I got IIT award for best innovation for beautiful engineering, best innovation for betterment of society. Then I got engineering award from Pratibha Patel madam for best engineering product. So these are all they put in a limelight. People they are talking about menstruation because of the fame. So whenever I'm getting fame, whenever I'm doing interview, I'm not being big. The cause I'm doing is going bigger and bigger, bigger. So this what we worked. Then even the government of India they understood about important. really thankful to our government of India. They abolished GST for this product. No country ever did. We are the first in the world. Then this all I talked with that earlier finance minister. He is no more now. He understood. He given the tax relief everything. But where I told this only, if you take 10 girls, once the girls attain puberty, 70 to 80% girl, they are dropping out school. Sir, we are talking about making India into superpower, superpower. Only men work, so India never becomes superpower. We need to bring our women in Indian workforce. For that, at least this women or the girls, they are forced out the school level, then they will go for a skill training, development training, something. They will join in Indian workforce. So absolutely, they convinced. That's why they removed tax and everything. They talk. We are talking about giving free pads, everything in schools. Now the other country now they are following. But here I want to say, yes, a urban girl or woman, you know, if that poor woman not using sanitary pad, maybe the you will rack cloth. In my experience, I saw many part of India, many state. I'm sorry to say the northeast states and the very deeper part of even south, the women in that deeper part of India, because India is not built by 20 super metros or 200 tier 1 cities, India built by 500,000 villages, so not by urban or metros, where many villages they don't have access road, something you have to walk for hours. Where that women and girls they're not even using a rag cloth. You know what they are using to manage that period? Dry tree leaves, sawdust, old newspaper. Even one part of India, they are applying a yellow color sand directly on the private part. You just imagine in 20th, 21st century. So we are talking about sending your women to moon and Mars, everything. I spoke the same in ISRO. ISRO, they called for a meeting. I told, sir, we are talking about sending our women to moon, Mars. Please give sanitary pad to each and every girl in India first. Then we will send our women to moon and Mars, I told. So this what it is very pathetic. What I want to say, everything going perfectly. Suddenly a demon come into in the name of Corona. The 2 years, what we worked, for myself, the group, the team, the government, state government, everything it became reversed in 2 years because all the kirana shop were closed. The government making that red zone, yellow zone, orange zone, every zone. So women, because the corona cannot stop periods, women getting periods, girls getting period, they are not able to access again a proper menstruation product, the pads. Silently, the village woman, the poor woman, the middle class woman, gone back to unhygiene method. So that's what I spoke to the particular time in the middle of Corona time to Delhi to join secretaries. They immediately they took necessary action. What we did, that sanitary pad come under FMCG so far. It is called fast moving consumer goods. By the time of Corona, we made it fast moving essential good. We bring this product into essential good, so no one can stop, even in red zone, yellow zone, everything. Earlier, if there is a flood or earthquake happen, only the helicopter drop bread and food. Now every calamity, everything, anything is happen. Now they are dropping not only bread, the pad packet. So that change has happened now.
All right, as you rightly mentioned, our government has also completely exempted sanitary pads from GST. Charges are 0% tax rate. But then what are India's menstrual hygiene challenge today and how can they be addressed?
No, what has happened? So while because I'm a school dropout, suddenly I become fame of IIT awards and President Award and Padman series. I'm talking in closed room sessions with ministers, bureaucrats, everywhere, where I told the percentage only 10% are using. But they're talking themselves, so they never question me in the dais while I'm taking coffee or in the buffet. They will, Muruga, are you serious? Yes, sir. But they never believed. They called AC Nielsen those time. They want to check what is the real fact is happening. I told 10%. AC Nielsen took 18 months time. Then they come out 88% Indian women are not access to a proper menstrual hygiene. You can check, it is available on net. It is almost 12 years, 13 years ago they did. Then this are all what happened. while you're seeing from wearing that metro glass, Delhi or Mumbai glass, it looks everything fine. Even the menstrual, definitely women cannot manage without using anything. As I said, you are thinking if a woman is not using a pad, they may use a rag cloth. So this where they are completely lack. It is not the matter of affordability or availability. It is a matter of awareness, I told. You talked about 2A, either affordability or availability, but I found awareness is missing. Because this is a very important thing to become, you should maintain hygiene on 5 or 6 days every month. That makes you the rest of year your hygiene, there is no problem. Because you see in rural areas, women always they put the hand there is itching, there is a white discharge. So these are all the symptoms, the rashes. If you leave it, because there is other side, there is a problem called AIDS. Any woman they are telling, a girl are telling there is a problem there for me, immediately they will tell it's immoral girl, immoral woman. That's why they suppress the rashes, small itching. They started, they suppress, it will end with cervical cancer. So these are all told. That's what I told. We have to include this in a curriculum, at least seventh, eighth, ninth standard, or we have to talk. Then luckily we made this entire program. This is a women to women model. So far, until this menstrual man Muruganantham entering into the domain, if you see the corporate ad of the particular product, a girl wearing a tight jeans, running behind a small white dog, she jump over a compound wall. I met that CEOs in London having a turnover of 140 billion, 200 billion. I told, sir, why you are putting a stupid advertisement while girl or woman in period they are running behind a dog, jumping compound wall? It never happened. Now the advertisement is changed. They are talking about why should I sigh while in period. You can see the entire change. This what we have to create awareness. It cannot happen in 10 or 15 second advertisement in TV by corporate. You have to talk one to one. So that's what a woman is making pads in village with a small machine. They are going to other woman or girl. They are giving a free pad. Then they're telling, do you have itching, white charge, discharge? So this is the problem. Don't use dry tree leaf or ash or sawdust. Use this. You see the change. This way, we are converting women from unhygiene to hygiene method. They know they know immediately, they know comfort. So it is not giving a preaching something, not giving anything like that. We are telling everything. We are giving a free pad, 2 3 pads. The girl will use in the deeper part of India. They know the comfort, the freedom. Immediately they switch over to unhygiene to hygiene method. This is what happened. That's why that I want to say here, not for interview giving. The statistics is available on website. There is a sample survey in Indian government. 10% in 2000. Now it has become 48% in rural, 67% in urban. Our aim is making 100% menstrual hygiene country India before my death. This is what I'm telling.
All right, thanks very much for joining us today, and thank you so much for walking us through the challenges that you had to go through. But then, of course, the light at the tunnel was, of course, very visible, and the industry is smiling.
And that's what makes our RWI champion also, Priyanka.
Yeah, and he is truly a Rise with India champion. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, on this note, time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. We'll get you another interesting episode next week where we get you the key headlines, a trending topic, a burning topic, in fact, and of course, an RWI personality.